Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Dynasty Warriors 2. I am Rudy95 and we are doing a new characters Mushu mode. We are beginning a Shu characters Mushu mode and it is Zhuge Liang, if you didn't see what character that was. And as usual we are beginning with the Battle of the Yellow Turban Rebellion, as we do every single time. So many of you will be very familiar with this stage by this point, I hope, because we've certainly done it more than enough times. So a couple of things that I'd like to mention about this Let's Play. I know that I took up a format of 40-minute recording sessions, and that was to try to get through more battles quicker per episode. Because if you look at how long it took me to do certain characters story modes such as Changshan and etc, it took me almost like 8 episodes to get through their Mushu, so I was like, oh, this is clearly not working for me, something's clearly not right here. So I upped the time limit to 40 minutes, and that's the way it's been since then. But since I've done that, I've realised that upping it to 40 minutes it kind of works against the series, because making up to 40 minutes makes it a bit unwatchable, because a lot of people don't want to sit down and watch something for 40 minutes. So some of you might be happy to know that from after Zhuge Liang's Mushu mode is completed and I move on to the next character of a Wu faction, then from then on it will be 20 to 30 minutes long per episode, so I'm cutting off 20 to 10 minutes, so hopefully that should make it more watchable. Now as for Zhuge Liang, let's give a brief overview of Zhuge Liang the character. Zhuge Liang in real life was a militaristic genius. He was hailed as kind of like a prodigy of his time. He was probably the most gifted strategist of that era, and his plans outshone all of those plans by strategists such as Zhou Yu and even Lu Xun. Sima Yi was his biggest rival in terms of strategic genius. In terms of Dynasty Warriors, he's not my favourite character. He really isn't. I understand what Koei was doing when they created this character of a calm, collected, talk on a mellow voice every time, and I always know what I'm doing. I have a plan for everything, and I get what they were trying to do, but it's just not for me. And it also doesn't help that they gave him a really crappy weapon and a really crappy moveset. I mean, look at this Mushu. This Mushu is the worst Mushu in the entire game. It is the worst Mushu in the entire game. It's not good at all. It hits them once and then doesn't keep them in the air, doesn't juggle them. It only juggles them if you sometimes get lucky. And I really hate it. The only good thing about Zhuge Liang's moveset is his third charge attack. That's the one that goes around in a circle in a white arc. That is the only good thing about Zhuge Liang's moveset in this game. I'm sad to say that his moveset does not get better in future games. Does not get better. So Zhuge Liang is not my favourite character by far. In fact, he's probably one of my least favourite characters to play as. As always, this is on hard difficulty. This is pre-recorded footage. I'm giving you post-commentary. It's on hard difficulty, and Zhuge Liang, as always, is maxed out to the max stats that I can grind him to in order to make this make it easier for me. And if you're wondering why I am running past, if you haven't watched these past few videos and you're wondering why I'm running past all these enemies, is because I have the mantra: if you can do it, then do it. Because the Yellow Turban Rebellion, the first couple of stages, first maybe 1 to 3 stages of a Mushu mode, if you've got your character grinded up to the max stats, they are really easy. And you can just do what I'm doing and blast through the stage, especially the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The Yellow Turban Rebellion should not give you too many hassle. I'm not sure if that's correct in English, but we'll stick with it. But it should not give you too much hassle, especially if it should give you no hassle at all if you're fully grinded. I mean, meat buns, which meat buns are the equivalent of health items. You pick them up and you replenish your health and your bodyguard's health as well, are really abundant in this stage. They get less abundant as the stages progress and the stages become progressively harder. The troopers have bigger life, they get more tougher, it takes longer to kill them, etc. But for the first stage, you can just do what I'm doing, blast through. This is the same path that I've done almost every single time I've done this stage, and it's a tried and true format for me. Just go up here, get Zhuge Liang straight to Zhang Zhao. I used to, for this series, kill every single trooper on the map, but that was what was making me have so many episodes, so I cut that out because it was really unnecessary and it was just adding to the length of the Let's Play, and it was unnecessary, to be honest. But what was I going to say? I got an idea for something I wanted to talk about when I was speaking earlier, but I didn't say it because I didn't want to stop talking about what I was speaking about, and now I can't remember what it is I wanted to go off on a tangent about, which is highly frustrating. Very, very highly frustrating. I still can't remember. That's gonna annoy me. That's gonna annoy me. Yes, after Zhuge Liang's Mushu mode is completed, I will move on to a new character, and the time will be reduced to 20 to 30 minutes. Hopefully this makes it more watchable. It might result in more episodes, but I've recorded ahead of time, and it's actually doesn't prove to add that many episodes, maybe one at the most, on to complete the character's Mushu mode. So it's good, it's not that bad. And I've remembered what I wanted to talk about. Is the pre-recorded footage. I know post-commentary is not as good as live commentary, I know that, and I prefer doing live commentary, but for Dynasty Warriors it's a very unique game in terms of doing a Let's Play on it. I mean, live commentary can be good, but in terms of the battles, you're going to be doing a lot of unnecessary running around, and really the game is just really repetitive. I mean, Dynasty Warriors as a whole is really repetitive. It's just the same thing. It's over and over again, just with different characters. So I find for Dynasty Warriors, it's easier to, especially if you're playing on. When I get to Dynasty Warriors 3 and I do it on very hard difficulty, I'm going to fail a lot. I mean, a lot. And I don't want to waste your guys' time with lots of failures and stuff, so I'm going to do post commentary for that as well, so I can much more easily link together all the footage and edit it a lot easier, because doing post commentary obviously it's easier. Post commentary will not be a thing that I do for other games such as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts will not be a post commentary, that will be a live commentary. And most likely any other game I Let's Play, unless there's specific reasons for me to do a post commentary on it. I mean, Dynasty Warriors is a very unique game to Let's Play, and it's very repetitive, and I think a post commentary just suits it. Maybe not so much for the newer games, maybe, but I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for this Dynasty Warriors 2, a post commentary is pretty good. It's the way. It's definitely really easy to do, especially if you muck up your recording. Not your recording. If you muck up on the battle and you lose the battle, and then you lose all your recording, that's annoying. But if you're doing a post commentary, you don't need to worry about that. And here's Zhang Zhao. I mean, as you can see, it's only taken us 9 minutes to get to Zhang Zhao compared to 50 minutes. Which it took me for my first ever episode. It took me about 50 minutes to do this. Obviously I cut it down back then to something like 12 minutes, I don't know, but it took me a while. But here we are, we're Zhang Zhao in 9 minutes time. Having your character, I mean, I'd say that the key thing to any Dynasty Warriors game is putting some time into the game, proper time, and to level up your characters, because once you level them up they can pretty much take on almost anything. Yes, your spirit will never die. I know, I've killed you about 20 times in this Let's Play. So for Dynasty, it's really important, and I've done that. I've put the effort in and I've put the time in to level them up, just for you guys, just for you guys. So if you don't know, there's 5 stages per character's Mushu. 5 stages, so we're probably going to beat Hu Lao Gate in this episode, most likely, and most likely also beat the Battle of Chang Ban. And here is the...
We cannot overlook the tyranny
shut
of
up
Dong
here.
Zhuo. The time has come to destroy this traitor. Right shall prevail. Attack!
I don't get it though. I mean, they can voice the characters for things such as this, FMV sequences, but when it comes to the actual game, they don't voice them. It's like, if you go to the effort of voicing them for FMV sequences, then surely it's not that big of a leap to voice them for in-game, in the battle. Surely it's not a big difference between the two. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. And here we go with the battle of Hu Lao Gate. Hu Lao Gate has the infamous Lu Bu, which I have made a point of killing every time I've done this battle. And this battle will be no different. I intend to kill him. Even if it has got Zhuge Liang, one of the worst characters to play as. I mean, I would actually prefer Lu Jun to Zhuge Liang. Lu Jun, especially in Dynasty Warriors 3, has a cooler moveset. In fact, every character has a cooler moveset in Dynasty Warriors 3. In Dynasty Warriors 2, they only have 4 attacks. 4 attacks, that's crap. In Dynasty Warriors 3 and above, they have like 6 attacks that you can string together. It's much more better. 4 attack system in Dynasty Warriors 2 is kind of restrictive. And that's the same for Yellow Turban Rebellion. The Hu Lao Gate is one where if you're fully maxed out, you can just breeze right through it without much of a hassle. So here I am, I'm just blasting through the officer to open the gate and then continue on, because my objective is Lu Bu and then Dong Zhuo. I mean, if you want to level up your character, then you can, or if you want to play it properly, well, properly is not the right way to say it, but if you want to take the time to kill every single officer in the map and every single trooper, you can. I mean, that's fairly up to you. I mean, that's normally how I would usually play, but because I'm recording and I've got a let's play and I've got episode length to think about and how many episodes, I'm playing this way because I can do it without dying, and if I can do it without dying, then that's what I'll do. I'm not trying to show off my uber elite awesome skills, because there's plenty and plenty of Dynasty Warriors players out there that's much better than me. I just reckon that if I can beat this level in 10 minutes, 20 minutes rather than 40 minutes, why not? I mean, why would I even consider doing it in 20 minutes more when I can do it 20 minutes less? So your AI will kind of lag behind you for the Yellow Turban. If you do this, they'll lag behind. They'll slowly, very, very slowly catch up to you. But for the majority of this, you'll be on your own if you choose to do it this way. I wouldn't recommend going on your own if you're not leveled up. If you're not leveled your character up, I mean, even on easy difficulty, if you've not leveled your character up, I would not recommend going off on your own, because you'll get destroyed. The Dynasty Warriors sure likes to punish players who don't put the time into their characters. It's a very time consuming game, and this has been a very time consuming let's play because of that. Which is fine, because that's what a let's play should be. It should be showing off the game. If the game is time consuming, then the let's play for the person who's making it should be time consuming, because that's showing off what the game entails and what it's like truly, rather than just showing little bits and like stuff, which is what I used to do in the beginning, and showing off little bits, and I was like, you know what, this isn't representative of what the game is actually like. And at the beginning I was cutting out so much stuff that it was just unreal. But I'm really looking forward to getting through Zhuge Liang's Mushu, because the 20 minute to 30 minute episodes will be really easier to comment on. I mean, commenting for 40 minutes it can be challenging at times. You can, I mean, and especially if you're in a post commentary. If you're doing a post-commentary, it's even worse. I mean, if you're doing a live commentary, then a 40 minutes is actually not that bad, because you're doing live, it's easier. But if you're doing post, then you kind of run out of things to talk about a lot of the time. So it's really difficult doing a post commentary, but I honestly think that it's for the best in regards to a Dynasty Warriors Let's Plays. Because of it's just simply it's much easier to edit and it's much easier to put together. I may be wrong, and once I get my new capture device and HD PVR, I might return to doing live commentaries for some of them. Probably will to return to doing live commentaries for some of them if it ever takes my fancy. Which I'm sure it will. I know I definitely want to do a live commentary for the final episode of this series, whenever that will be. But I now know that we will definitely hit the 100 episode mark for this Let's Play, which is quite awesome. 100 episodes solely on Dynasty Warriors. I always knew that if I was going to ever become a Let's Player on YouTube and actually go and do this, I always knew that Dynasty Warriors would be one of my flagship series and flagship games I would do. I always knew it would be, so it's kind of awesome. I'm kind of really pleased to see that Dynasty Warriors series has actually been one of the more successful series on my channel in terms of views. Obviously my views aren't that great, they range from 20 to 40 views on average, but I'm really happy with that. I mean, every view to me is brilliant, and some of my earlier Dynasty Warriors 2 episodes have reached 100 and over. So I mean, my first one I think is almost at 200, so I'm really buzzed about that. Zhuge Liang, you are no threat at all in this mission. Lu Bu is the only thing that proves a threat in this mission. For me anyway, because... Pardon me. Pardon me there, sorry. Apart from me, because I'm leveled up. Yep, so Zhuge Liang, I mean, is not my favourite. I would not recommend. I personally, I don't like him at all, but I can see why people would like him. I don't see why people would like that moveset and why they would like the move, the weapon, but each to their own, I guess. So before you take out Lu Bu, in fact before you take out any really officer, I advise that you take out any checkpoints that's near them. If they have a checkpoint that's near them, that checkpoint will simply replenish every single troop you kill. So basically you'll kill a bunch of troopers and then a couple of minutes later they'll turn up again. And if you take out the checkpoint, then that stops happening, and then you can get the officer one-on-one eventually if you're really struggling with them. And once you get an officer one-on-one, you can pretty much win. If you know what you're doing, you can pretty much win every time. I mean, look at this. This is a terrible. I killed 4 people in that. 4 people, and I held it. You can't move with it. You're just stuck in that one position. So people can just not go near you, and you won't kill them. It's stupid. I hate that issue. Just clearing out some people here, trying to, because all these people will follow me when I go to attack Lu Bu. And I want as less people as possible around me when I fight Lu Bu, obviously, for obvious reasons. And always save before you fight Lu Bu as well. I mean, there's a save, pardon me. There is a save here, and the only way to save in Dynasty Warriors 2, if you don't know, is to break open crates and find the hidden save icons, which are always in predetermined locations that don't change. So there's one right there in front of Hu Lao Gate, which I recommend you always get before you fight Lu Bu, because it's always good just in case the worst case scenario turns out to happen and you die, and you just go back to right before you fought him. So here we go. This is Lu Bu. He's the big boss of Dynasty Warriors. In all games, you're always told not to fight Lu Bu until you're more stronger. So I'm as strong as I can get, so I should be able to take him, because if I can kill him on base stats, like I did before with Zhou Yu, Zhao Dun, etc, etc, then I should definitely be able to take him as full stats, you know. So his bodyguards as well are extremely tough. They are really strong. And he himself is also quite strong. Don't knock him down, Martin. Why did you do that? Because he's not going, apparently doesn't want to replenish his health. So weird seeing me play. One of my bodyguards is dead. I expected that. My bodyguards will drop like flies now that I'm fighting Lu Bu. But it's always good to note that guards will always drop meat buns, and at least in Dynasty Warriors 2 they've scrapped that feature. Oh, doesn't all get it? Yes, got it. They scrapped that feature in future games. Ah, there's an attack times 2. Always get attack times 2. Look at this damage to Lu Bu now. Oh, he's dead. He's so dead. Oh, he's dead. Got him. Times 2 to attack. Always pick them up. Especially if you're fighting like Lu Bu. Because it'll help you so much. Now that Lu Bu's gone, we can now just go straight to Dong Zhuo. Because Dong Zhuo is nothing compared to Lu Bu. So if you can take Lu Bu, you can take Dong Zhuo. Just be careful of Diao Chan. Diao Chan is another playable character for the Dong Zhuo's forces, and she's also in Hu Lao Gate on the other side where Dong Zhuo is. So watch out for her because she can actually be quite tricky sometimes. I really need to start getting water when I do these recording sessions when commentary. Really need to start getting water. So Liru, he's nothing, he's gonna go down. So it's really around stage 4 and 5 where things actually get tricky and you really need to start working really hard. Stages 1, 2 and 3, if you're maxed out, you can kind of breeze through without too much trouble. Yellow Turban Rebellions and Hu Lao Gate, you can breeze through them, no problem. The third stage, which varies between character, so it's different stages, that you kind of need to work a little bit more. You need to keep an eye on your allies a lot more than you do in the other ones, but you can quite you can go through it with ease, really. So get this gate captain. It's worthy to note that there's 2 gate captains inside Hu Lao Gate. There's one over next to Diao Chan as well, but I'm going to avoid it. See, I can't move, they're just out my range. It's so infuriating. Worst Mushu ever. I'm kind of swarmed here, but I'm not too bothered because I know that I can beat Dong Zhuo easy. I mean, look at this damage to Dong Zhuo. He's gonna die in a couple of hits if I don't. Yeah, he's dead. That was extremely easy. Yes, you can, and you will die here. And that's 2 stages down in 23 minutes. Oh, and the replay just kind of shows you. It just kind of shows you where you went, and just kind of gives an overview of the battle. It's quite okay if you want to see where your parry. It can be quite interesting if you want to see where your allies went, etc. But I just skip it usually. Battle of Chang Ban.
Kelko's troops have overtaken us.
Brother, lead them to us.
Do not worry.
Yeah!
And here we go, the third stage. We should be able to finish this. For the third stage, I usually just go and I take out all those troops on the right hand side so that Liu Bei can go up there and not get caught in a pincer attack, which can prove to really be troublesome if you get caught in that. And then I go all the way back and just defeat Cao Cao I don't. You can do it. It's a bit more tricky. It's a lot more tricky than Dong Zhuo and Zhang Jiao were, but you can do it. This is one of the stages that you can only play in Mushu mode as the Shu side. I mean, I thought they would have at least could have for different characters Mushu for a faction. So like say Jia Hao-dun for his third stage for Wei Forces is the Battle of Guandu. So I was thinking that for different characters they could have at least changed the stages up a little bit. Could they have not? You know. I mean, they could have at least done that. I mean, some people could get maybe like the 4th stage for Wei is Chibi, but they could have easily done Hefei, and the 3rd stage could have easily been Chang Ban. They could have easily swapped it about for just to freshen it up a little bit and make it more entertaining. But no, they didn't. It's the same 5 stages. Same 5 stages every time you play, no matter what character, which I think is a big mistake. But they did fix that in Dynasty Warriors 3, so that was a problem that was addressed. But it's still, you still have to account for that as a negative in this game. And look, even if I killed him because I got lucky, because he was still in range by the time he got up, but he could have easily not died there, and that would have been a pain in the ass. Another save. This is where another save is. It's down here, just south of Chang Ban Bridge. It's a nice little save just to pick up. I should have got this save after I'd taken care of Sao Ren, who's up here, who is that little red square thing, force icon. That's Sao Ren. So I should have got that after I killed him. But what I did in the past, I can't change it now. I can only commentate on my stupidity. Just breezing past. I don't need to kill them. They're nothing. I mean, the troops only really become a problem in stages 4 and 5. Really. The officers start to become a problem in stage 3. Pardon me. But stages 4 and 5 is where the troopers really start to be a pest. Oh, and really need some water. Ah, thank you for the horse. So before I take care of Sao Ren, I'm going to go and I'm going to close off some checkpoints. Really, I just shouldn't have bothered. But, then again, I can only commentate on what I did. So I just take out these gate captains so that Liu Bei doesn't have to do it, although he probably could have handled it by himself if I'd have just left him to it. And gates in this game do not, if you capture them, they do not turn out, they do not reappear for your forces like they do in future Dynasty Warriors games. No, once you take a checkpoint, it just disappears completely. It's locked down, so to speak, rather than taking it over to yours. Could be a positive, could be a negative. I think it's better to capture them rather than lose them altogether. But then again, that was fixed in future games, so props to you, Koei, for recognising where you went wrong in places. And characters are voiced in Dynasty Warriors 3, another thing that was massively fixed. The Dynasty Warriors 3 is going to be really difficult to let's play because very hard mode, chaos mode in other words, as it's called in future Dynasty Warriors games such as Dynasty Warriors 8 and 7, 5 and stuff. Chaos is very difficult, very, very difficult. And here's Sao Ren. Let's take him out so that Liu Bei can get up to that northern point when he eventually will go there. So let's take out Sao Ren so that Sao Ren can't hold him up, because reinforcements for Cao Cao will come and they'll all charge down that centre area to where Liu Bei is right now, and they'll Cao Ren and them will catch him in a pincer, and it will really devastate Liu Bei, and potentially could cost you the stage. Ah, there you go, the enemy's main force has arrived. And all the forces that we have should start retreating back to Liu Bei's position, and he should start going up that path that we just cleared to go up to the north right corner to await our reinforcements. But as for us, we are going straight for Cao Cao, who has now appeared in the bottom left hand corner of the map. That's where we are going. We've got Dian Wei, Zhu Zhu and Cao Cao there waiting for us to kill. And it's worth noting that if you're playing as the Shu forces, somewhere in this area that I'm entering right now is a crate that has the baby Liu Shan in it, which will give you a bonus 2,000 points if you find it. I believe that it's near where I am, to the right of where I'm going. That's where I believe it is. So I'm away from it now, but I was close to it before. I must have just never bothered to get it because I don't need it, obviously, because I've got full points. This is Dian Wei. He's quite a powerful Wei officer. We had fun playing as him. That was the first one that I finished in 2 episodes. So it's looking like Chang Ban is going to be the last battle that we see. We potentially might get to the Battle of Yiling, but we might not. This is getting tricky now. Completely swarmed, but that attack times 2 will destroy everybody if I can actually manage to put it off. Pull it off, sorry. Dian Wei, you're going down. There you go. There's Zhu Zhu. If you take out Dian Wei and Zhu Zhu, that's obviously your first priority. Guan Yu actually does a very good job of holding them off for a time up there where he is, but he will get overrun eventually. But thankfully Liu Bei has escaped to the north thanks to our efforts to take out Cao Ren, so we don't have to worry about him getting cornered in a pincer attack. That's the one good thing about this Mushu attack, is that it clears out crowds of enemies quite well. That's the one good thing about it. Your bodyguards actually do more to hinder you when you're fighting enemy officers than help you, because you might have noticed there when I knocked Cao Hong down, he replenished his health, and every time you knock an officer down they have a opportunity to replenish their health from that. So obviously you want to avoid doing your full 4 attack combo and just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and not knock them down. Your bodyguards, however, they do not care. They do not care if he replenishes his health, even if he's sliver away from dying. If he's so close to dying, they will knock him down. And if you're fighting the enemy leader, which your bodyguards and your allies can't kill, it's very infuriating to get them down to almost dead, and then your bodyguard knocks them down, and then they get a life recovery full. So irritating, but thankfully again Koei fixed that for Dynasty Warriors 3. Just get the gate, Captain. Stop those reinforcements coming through, so make our job easier when we go to take on Cao Cao. Archers. Ugh, I hate archers in this game. With good reason. If you've played Dynasty Warriors, you'll know why. My circle of death. If you come across a group of archers, always go for them first. Always. They are your first priority in any and all events, cases, all your time. Archers will pick at your health, they'll interrupt your attack, they'll interrupt your blocks. If you're shielding against an enemy officer who could kill you easily, and then an archer interrupts your block by attacking with an arrow from behind, then you're very vulnerable to getting attacked by the officer and could potentially die. So always go for the archers and remember to take them out. They're your first priority, especially on harder difficulties. Now there's another, this is the third gate that is in this area that we're in. Another one is right down opposite us. So we just need to clear this gate and the next, and then we can take on Cao Cao. But since Zhuge Liang has volunteered himself for death, then we'll take him out too. It's always nice when somebody faces their fate like a man. He knows he's gonna go down. And my bodyguard has died. Rest in peace, bodyguard, you will be remembered. Well, not really. You're kinda all nameless and faceless. The one good a good thing that bodyguards are actually best for is actually distracting enemies away from you. That's actually what bodyguards are most useful for on the hard difficulties. So much, I actually really only use them for that purpose, to distract all the enemies away from me. It can be a lifesaver. They're basically just cannon fodder. That's basically what your bodyguards are. And I see an all recurve. Can I pick it up, please, anytime soon, before it vanishes? No. Apparently, I did not see it when I was playing. I am apparently blind as well as stupid. Ah, the big honcho, Cao Cao. Hopefully, maybe we can take him down before, maybe we don't even need to go and take out that gate, maybe we can take him down without taking out the gate. We're gonna give it a shot here. Yeah, we're looking to be in a good position. All these troops are getting mowed down by us. Ah. The Chang Ban event. It sucks because he's not being voiced. He's literally, it's just silence. It's so infuriating. I think Cao Cao's moveset is actually unique to him. I don't think any other officer with a sword has that moveset. I think it's just him. I know that Sima Yi doesn't have that, because I've played as Sima Yi in free mode. grind them up. Now it's just a duel to the death. I just kind of zoned out there watching my gameplay. Just kind of zoned out, got lost in thought, watching me kick ass, or try to. We're in the yellow health, so I should be looking to take out some guards and get some of their delicious meat buns. That's what I should be trying to do, and it looks like I am. Bodyguards are dropping like flies now. That's 2 in one go, I think. 3 in one go, not good. Wait, I think I'm all myself now. Not good, not good. Maybe I should have taken out that gate before I went to take on Cao Cao. I'm not in a good position now. Meat bun, go get it. Good. Now go close that gate. What you should have done when you had bodyguards. Maybe your bodyguards would still be alive if you'd have done it past Martin. Those poor bodyguards died for nothing. Yeah, I'm kind of in a bad position. Kind of. No one's dropping meat buns apparently. Maybe if you'd have picked up that all recovery earlier past Martin. In fact, actually, maybe I can arrow him because I'm apparently out of range for him to detect me. And there's our reinforcements. The fat good that it does me all the way down here. Maybe I can take out Cao Cao by arrowing him. I just hope I have enough arrows to take out all these archers. It looks like I do. Right, now I can just arrow Cao Cao and hope hope that I can take him out this way. It's not cheating, guys. It's the game's designed for this specific situation. You got this. You got this. Come on. One more. Yes, he's done. On our last arrow. How lucky was that? And we pulled that one out. That was a close one though. That was a close one. This is a bit of a long episode, 45 minutes.
I'm counting on you, Lu Xun.
Any time now.
And now we're taking on the Wu forces, but that will be next time. So join me then when we do the Battle of Yiling and continue to destroy Sun Quan and his pathetic forces. I have been Red95 and thank you very much for watching. I shall see you then.